Riot Games will be releasing Arcane, their first animated series, in which we'll know more about the past of Jinx and Vi. Don't know much about the game but still wanna enjoy it? Wanna watch the series with someone but they don't know anything about League's universe? This is all the background info you need to know to understand the series. Runeterra is a world of fantasy in which magic, a lot of magic, exists, but not everyone is born with the power to wield it. Arcane takes place in one of the main regions of this world, the twin cities of Piltover and Son. These cities were built in steep canyons between two seas, a complex situation that resulted in a city with a lot of verticality. And while they share a lot in common, they are also pretty different. Piltover is the steampunk bright capital of technology, trading merchants and engineering academies, the city of progress. They are famous for Hextech, a technology that uses hex crystals to harness magic and allow humans with no magical capabilities to control it. However, the brightness of Piltover is only possible because all its dirty stuff goes to Son. Far from natural light, Son is an industrial city known for contamination, poverty, lost orphans and lawless research, the city of iron and glass. It all makes sense when you find out that in the beginning, the original settlement was Son, but as the city grew due to the riches that commerce brought, the differences between the poor workers and their wealthy superiors increased. In the end, the higher districts decided to distance themselves from Son and founded Piltover. Although one wouldn't function without the other, the relationship between cities is difficult at best, as Piltovans despise the poor and dirty Sonites, and Sonites hate the arrogant and entitled Piltovans. Remember the hex crystals we talked about just 1 minute ago? They appear to be a magical mineral and not much more, right? However, these crystals are actually the immortal heart and soul of the collective conscious of an ancient species of crystalline creatures from the desert called Drakarns. But this is not a problem for the City of Progress, as the Piltovans that run the business, the Pharaoh's family, value money over this massacre, and their clients don't even know the truth about their source of power and probably wouldn't care if they knew. And this goes even deeper. When the demand for hex crystals became bigger than their ability to track and harvest them, the Pharaohs began the development of synthetic hex crystals in Son, which were arguably cruelty-free, but their manufacturing process is highly contaminating and presumed to be one of the main factors of the Son Grey, its characteristic toxic smog. The main characters of Arcane, Jinx and Vi, grew up in one of the many groups of orphans in Son, but they got separated as time passed. Jinx was a calm girl, but she was turned into an insane maniac of mayhem. Vi formed her own gang and made herself a name, but she left her criminal life in Son to become an enforcer of law in Piltover. How did these two sisters end up in completely different ends of the twin cities? We'll have to wait for Arcane to find out. Other important characters are Caitlyn, the sheriff of Piltover herself, keeping criminals at track assisted by Vi. Camille, a Pharaoh's agent operating outside the law. Warwick, a wolf-like monster roaming the streets of Son. Singed, the mad scientist that turned Warwick into the monster he is today, and Corina, a mysterious and vengeful Sonite Chem Baroness. Piltover and Son is inhabited by many more wildly diverse characters, such as a mutant human-sized rat with a crossbow, an intrepidous explorer and adventurer, the leader of the cyber revolution, a pop idol, a former slave who augmented himself with spider legs, an orphan capable of rewinding time, and even a scientist trapped in the body of his cat. What is your favorite part of Piltover and Son lore? Tell me all about it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, it really means a lot to me. You can also click the links to watch more content about League and Legends of Runeterra. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next one. See ya!